वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम गाइस। स्वागत है दोस्तों आप सभी का आज की ब्रांड न्यू लाइव स्ट्रीम पे। क्या हाल चाल है सभी के? आई होप सब लोग बढ़िया होंगे एंड फुल बूम बाम मचा रहे होंगे। तो क्या हाल चाल है सभी के? शैडो भाई हेलो हेलो, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। हेलो।
Relax.
ओ भाई, ये क्या था? ब्लैक स्क्रीन क्यों आ रही थी अभी? क्या दिक्कत आ रही है? ठीक है, फिक्स हो गया ना? ठीक है। यार हमारी स्टोरी चल रही थी अच्छी खासी, बट फिर लाइट चली गई थी यार, दिमाग ख़राब हो जाता है भाई। पता नहीं क्यों जाना था लाइट को। तो वैसे ही मैंने लेट स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट की थी, पर उस टाइम पर भी लाइट कभी जाती नहीं है। कुछ कह नहीं सकते, पता नहीं कहाँ से अब कंटिन्यू होगी स्टोरी मेरी। ये स्टार्टिंग से होगा क्या पूरा? हेडक्वार्टर वाला मुझे लग रहा है ये। ऐसे ही कुछ सीन है। देखते हैं स्टोरी कहाँ से स्टार्ट होती है।
Too slow.
अच्छा, ये पूरा वो करवाएंगे क्या मेरे को अभी?
Swarm Fury.
मैं पानी के अंदर गया था शायद ये। हाँ, स्टार्टिंग से हो रही है ये वाली। ये वाला पार्ट स्टार्टिंग से हो रहा है।
Wind rises.
वैसे हार्ड नहीं था इतना, कर लेंगे, वहाँ तक पहुँच जाएंगे। ये पानी के अंदर था ना? ये गेम लैग क्यों मार रही है भाई? हाँ, हाँ, ठीक है। ज़्यादा नीचे नहीं है ये, ऊपर ही है। यहाँ नीचे था है ना? ओके, यहीं से स्टार्ट हो रही है, चलो बढ़िया है। हम्म, इसमें एक कैरेक्टर और कौन सा दूँ? रिकमेंडेड कैरेक्टर कौन से हैं? फ्रीजिंग वाला है, ठीक है।
This will be interesting.
हाँ, ले लेता हूँ। ये पानी के अंदर फ्रीज करेगा? कर सकता है क्या? मैंने ये देखा नहीं। अरे कहाँ जाना था यार? अच्छा ये था। एक मिनट, ये बंद क्यों है? ये रहा ना। ये भी बंद है। अरे ऊपर जाना था यार, ये इजी था। ये भूल ही गया मैं। यहाँ से स्टार्ट करना था। ये क्या डिप्लॉय का क्यों नहीं आ रहा? अच्छा ऑलरेडी है, ठीक है।
Don't get frostbite.
Everybody stand back!
Squall Fury.
अरे चेंज हो जा।
Really?
Behold. Quit following me.
मैंने जो चेस्ट कलेक्ट कर लिए थे कल, वो क्या मुझे वापस मिलेंगे?
The floor is going up. Is it because of this mechanism in the middle?
मैं
That
वहाँ
guy
तक पहुँच
really
गया था
prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
जहाँ पे पानी भरने लग जाता है ना। ठीक है।
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
वहाँ से नीचे जाके इसकी पावर लेकर, एक मिनट थोड़ा सा पास आ गए, ये करना था। अब ऊपर जाना है। ओके।
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
यहाँ कहीं चेस्ट नहीं है यार, बात है। होने चाहिए थे भाई, क्यों नहीं है? ऊपर क्यों जा रहा है?
Too slow.
I'm going in!
Squall Fury.
Busted.
Freeze. Know your place.
तो छोटी मोटी मकड़ियाँ है भाई, मैकेनिकल मकड़ियाँ। हाँ ये यहाँ पे नहीं है कोई भी। वाटर लेवल अप होते हुए
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
मस्त क्वेस्ट है लेकिन ये
Quit
वाला।
following me.
काफ़ी टेक्निकल चीज़ है। इसके बाद स्टोरी स्टार्ट हो जाती है ना कुछ। ठीक है।
Quit following me.
ओके, फटाफट करता हूँ ये वाला।
Game's up. Time's over.
This moment will be frozen in time. The wind rises.
Gotcha.
Dodge this. Squall Fury. Too slow.
चलो अब यहाँ तक पहुँच गए थे। इसके बाद स्टोरी कुछ
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here.
if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the opera house and help
अरे यहाँ कहीं एविडेंस था ना, वो कहाँ गया डायरेक्ट?
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of experiment number 16 aims to. The experiment was a failure.
ये वाला मैं
No
skip कर रहा हूँ,
individual
ये कल
managed
कर
to
लिया था।
resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. How can someone write something that terrible and you read the rest? Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane. Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these
Yes,
experiments?
he's saying of a bunch of the experiment
So
reporters.
that's it. No, that's not it either. If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface in any?
क्या था यहाँ पे? अब कुछ एग्जामिन करना था ना?
Look! There's an important looking basin over here, and it's full of water.
That must be the water from the Primor DLC.
That means this is where they make all the sin. If you dilute it with normal, Paimon will take notes of.
ठीक है, इसके भी नोट बना लो। यहाँ पे एरिना बोटल्स।
Let's see what's written here. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him.
It's probably related to his like Jack's case.
Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Is there anything else?
We still have not determined the exact content of the key. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even he can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
They planned this well in advance. यहाँ वाला रह गया होगा फिर ये वाला.
What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things? Huh? You mean the girls from... And all the boxes of things. These names.
चलो यहाँ से तो एविडेंस कलेक्ट कर लिया. जाना कहाँ है? यहाँ पे ओके ब्रोकन है यहाँ पे कुछ तो. इसके पीछे जा सकते हैं. यहाँ से तो मैं आया. ये चेक हो गया. पीछे रह गए हैं.
Whoa! There's so much synth here! And
ये
so
रहा.
many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the... Mixing in Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep!
ये सिंथ भी थी यहाँ पे. ये बनाई थी बॉटल सीसियाँ.
We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But...
Who really is this Vaishya?
Yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals it's true. No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit.
Clever.
Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
ठीक है. वापस से देखना पड़ेगा क्या? अभी तो चेक किया
You
था.
take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure.
अच्छा.
Ugh. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
Paimon, I found
Oh, really? Let Paimon see.
it. ये रखे हुए हैं भाई नोट्स के.
Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet, too. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for her now.
Take a look at this page. Okay.
So many! A whole page's worth! But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was... Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son?
Figure it out.
Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
Obtaining the final piece of key evidence, you race back to the opera pickless. तो ये वापस आ गए हैं.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
You say you have never heard of Vasher. पहला तो यही है, ये डायरी है ना. ये देखते हैं अपन बुक से.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
अरे भाई.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything! After your lover, Venier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you! You
तो
even
यही था.
created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache!
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You
पकड़ा गया,
fixated
yeah.
your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vinier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever.
अच्छा, तो भाई ये मतलब इसका एक्सपेरिमेंट था और लोगों ने बोला कि ऐसा नहीं हो सकता, तो उसने एक्सपेरिमेंट लोगों पे किया और वो डिसॉल्व हो गए.
You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Venier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place, so I can't be dissolved, no matter what I do.
अरे
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go! I can't follow! So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
भाई पागल हो गया ये.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Venier. I promise. We made a promise. Venier. Venier. Please, Venier. Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
अरे भाई
Traveler, please
enjoy
submit
कर रहा
all
है
the
show को.
evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignier. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life.
अच्छा उसे वापस लाने के लिए वो एक्सपेरिमेंट करता रहा.
To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
चलो भाई फाइनली केस सॉल्व हो गया.
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Guards! Take Vacher away.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves! Huh? Are you
नाविया को
okay?
भी जस्टिस मिल गया.
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Yo, Vicky bhai, welcome to the stream. Welcome.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending.
बड़ा केस था भाई. इस पे इल्जाम जा रहा था और ये तो कोई नहीं भाई. ये डुओ करने में इसको कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
Since it's been such a
लड़ नहीं
great
बैठा रहता ये
show,
तो.
I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, It has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
फॉर्मेलिटी करना तो भाई ज़रूरी है. रूल्स के हिसाब से जाएंगे.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
हैं? ये कैसे हो गया भाई?
What?
ये कैसे हो गया?
Hey, hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
Child has been declared guilty or a trick.
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict. Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
अबे भाई. ठीक है.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke.
अरे भाई.
You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
अबे कोर्ट में लड़ने लगा भाई. भाई साहब असली रूप में आ रहे हैं.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
अरे भाई एक बार में ही उसने. कितना पावरफुल है भाई ये कैरेक्टर. बेहोश ही कर दिया उसको.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
If even the Chief Justice doesn't know.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either! Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap? Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And, of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment! If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable! All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea.
Way to pull the rug out from under her.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
All right. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff, so he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
Leave the opera house. क्या गलत किया होगा उसने?
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
अबे भाग क्या गया?
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you.
Just तो बड़ा powerful निकला यार.
I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vache? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it?
It was around the fountain of Lucine.
The fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
अच्छा हाँ वो मतलब वो पानी से बनी हुई थी वो जो वशीर बोल रही थी बार बार ये उसकी बात ही कर रहा है ना उसकी आवाज गूंज रही थी उस जगह पर
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs? Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
अच्छा
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
चीफ जस्टिस ही जाएंगे भाई सीधा.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bring Asher to the Fountain Plaza.
Take it easy.
इसको वापस लाने का कोई तरीका हो तो फिर ये बच भी सकता है वैसे देखा जाए तो. यहाँ पे आई थी इसकी आवाज़ तो यहाँ पे एकदम से बेहोश हो गई
Is
थी
this the place?
ट्रैवलर.
You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Back then I drank water from Primordial Sea.
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well?
Vache.
ये sound.
Ah!
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Vinier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache. Vache.
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vinier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
अब क्या हो गया?
Vinier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vinier!
Vache. Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vinier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vinier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vinier. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand.
अच्छा.
As our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea. And we were no longer individuals. But we became one. Just as streams of water come together in the sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vinier.
अबे तीन नाम है इसके, तीन अलग-अलग पर्सन है ये.
Why? But then, where is Vinier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore.
अच्छा.
Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
उनमें से जिन लोगों को और
You are a liar,
डिसॉल्व कर
a
दिया था
heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vigniere's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vigniere's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
It looked like I didn't meet Ignira back then either. They must have wanted me to lure Marshall here from the very beginning.
No! Yeah! She can't hate me. Let me see her. Please! Have mercy!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vigniere. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Vache.
Vache? Vache. 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 Vache.
वशेरी तो भैया गंदा पटेगा ही अगर चला गया ना गलती से ही खत्म खेल. Later the guards find that the culprit of several days later. हुआ क्या? वो disappear हो गया.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Shopping is stressful in its own way.
Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have you been busy with since the trial?
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the courts in Sen. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
So his name's definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago.
Things turned out as well as they could have.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steambird?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen for sure.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clarande out for a meal.
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Clorand gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clorand wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave, and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him, to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want to go too! We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now.
ओके हो गया क्या क्वेस्ट
This is where my father's grave is.
ग्रेव
To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be... Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nervalette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice, a justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner.
तो उसको पता चल गया कि मतलब क्या सही था क्या गलत था और जस्टिस भी मतलब गलत हुआ था.
This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
एक मिनट गाइस, क्या अपडेट हो रहा है? डिस्कॉर्ड अपडेट हो रहा है, ठीक है.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Neuvillette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done. Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything rude there?
ये क्या हो रहा है बैकग्राउंड में? चलो ठीक है, सब बढ़िया है. Well, you are not usually supposed to fly around some.
Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad.
Oh, she took it seriously.
Anyway, Neuvillette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
चलो भाई, उससे बात कर लेते हैं जरा, जज से क्या सीन है.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Mm-hmm. We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
about child के बारे में पूछना है, पर एक एक करके सब चीजें पूछ लेते हैं.
At court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea, but what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured...
Huh. So it really was where everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But if that's the case, then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
पूछना ना भाई about the prophecy that has been circulating around fountain.
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right! It was Linny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
Two parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
About child.
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Huh. So when Linny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though, with her time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
How about my sibling?
Your sibling? Another blonde-haired traveler. I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epicles. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
अब क्या बचा ही क्या है? I have no more questions.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memornia.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
All right, you've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
केस सॉल्व, क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट, 30 प्रीमोस मिल चुके हैं हमें। अनदर होराइजन ऑफ एडवेंचर रॉक टू कैथरीन। ये लॉक हो गया। ये क्या? स्टीमबर्ड टेल्स ऑफ ह्यूमैनिटी, ये 2-3 आए हैं। एक ये है, ठीक है ये कर लेते हैं पहले, फिर ये कर लेंगे स्टोरी क्वेस्ट। तो पहले छोटे मोटे कर लेते हैं अभी। टेलीपोर्ट। छोटे होने वाले तो नहीं है ये वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट, लेकिन फिर भी देखते हैं। 1 मिनट गाइस, मैं वॉशरूम होके आता हूँ जरा, 1 मिनट देना मुझे।
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
I'll think about it.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Okay, I'm back.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
कैथरीन से बात करते हैं यहाँ की, क्या दिक्कत है? There should be another possibility. There's something I can help you with. Are you looking to take on commission or send one out? I'm just taking a look. I see if you run into my guild related issue, you can come and ask me. I will provide the utmost service for you and answer all your answerable questions. Okay. We thank you for your contribution to the guild adventure. We wish you smooth travels. सबसे छोटा क्वेस्ट था क्या ये? ये वाला हुआ नहीं ना अभी। मिशन में कुछ हुआ है। अरे फाउंटेन क्या भाई, मॉन्स्टर है। मॉन्स्टर के ही बढ़िया है।
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Ad Astra Abyssa.
यहाँ से नहीं होता, रखो बुक पे जाके होता है ना। मॉन्स्टर का ही सेट है ना, ठीक है। चलो ये तो इजी था। ये एक मिनट ये कर लेता हूँ पहले। क्या है इसमें? इंटरव्यू का सीन है। देखते हैं क्या करना है इसमें।
Take it easy.
Truly spectacular weather today. No, yes, truly. If only the weather was this cooperative every work day, I should be quite merry indeed. Speaking of work, dear, you are here to interview for the troubleshooter position advertised in our Tales of Humanity section, are you not? I am. Excellent, you didn't ask any question about the title troubleshooter, and the can be surmised that Ethan's word choice, while centric, is simple and easy to understand. Putting that aside for the moment, would you like to know how I was able to correctly ascertain that you were here for the job and not seeking to ask for help in our Tales of Humanity section? Observation: every citizen who comes to the steam word seeking help appears anxious and jittery, but your steps are relaxed, your expression calm. अबे डरते हैं क्या भाई किस चीज़ से? तुम्हें क्या लगता है? Those who are fortune are all the same. Those who fall victim to misfortune all have their own pose. But you need not worry. Those who seek assistance from otherwise Tales of Humanity haven't have not run into any serious trouble, so it should not be hard to handle. Have a look at this batch of commission. यहाँ पे भी कमीशन है। अच्छा ये रेपुटेशन वाला सीन है इधर। ठीक है। समझ गया। All you need to do is find some time every week to read through the submission Tales of Humanity, pick out a few commissions you like to handle and come find me to collect your payment. अच्छा जी, चलो यहाँ से भी पेमेंट मिलने लगी है हमें। वो हो गया यहाँ पर भी कमीशन स्टार्ट। यहाँ का क्या बोलते हैं, क्या लेते हैं हम वो, क्या जो भी है। some commissions are so drop dead simple you would not believe it, but you shouldn't underestimate the value of your work. ठीक है। For us the problem and their submission may appear to be easy and blah blah blah. If we can help them extra, हाँ ये वही है, मतलब एक तरीके से रेपुटेशन वाले कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेके। No need for an interview. Your interview was complete before you even arrived. बात है। You would be surprised I have my ways. If I could not even manage that, how could I manage a newspaper? ठीक है भाई, चलो ये भी हो गया। छोटे छोटे क्वेस्ट थे, ऐसे ही हो जाए भाई। ये वाला टॉप डिस्ट्रेस जिनव्यू एज अर्जेंट टास्क फॉर यू, इट सीम्स टू बी इन्वॉल्विंग जीक्यूइंग। ये थोड़ा बड़ा लग रहा है मुझे। Possible unknown minds.
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse.
ठीक है भाई। अंडरग्राउंड माइंस मतलब ये इसकी बात तो नहीं हो रही। नहीं ये तो ये कैज़्म की, हाँ कैज़्म में है, ये कैज़्म में है। देखते हैं, ये वाला भी जल्दी हो जाएगा। प्रीमोस के लिए वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा भाई। ये वाला लंबा हो सकता है थोड़ा। क्या सीन है? She went to retrieve those beacons and haven't back. ठीक है. I gave her 3 extra hours, knowing that dumb habit she has of running around everywhere. But it's been at least 5 or 6 hours since. ढूंढने जाना पड़ेगा उसको भाई. Could you help me look for her? That kid really respects you, so you should have an easier time, and I don't want to have anyone get in trouble on my watch again. What's with her running off again like that? Alright, I will go. Silly me. Okay, that's pretty good call, Paimon. Right then, if you find her, please inform me as soon as possible. ठीक है, उसे ढूंढ के इसको इन्फॉर्म करना है. Easy task. उसे हमें कुछ जगह पर जाना है. जैसे कि एक तो ये कब मार्क किया मैंने? अच्छा, यहाँ के स्टार उठा लिए थे शायद मैंने. ओके. ये कहाँ ऊपर है ये? अरे
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
तो यहाँ पे कोई है? अच्छा, वही तो है. वो बंदी बना के रखा है. ये डर गई है.
Busted!
Behold!
ये आई क्यों थी यहाँ पे पर? इतना डर लगता है इसको तो.
Gotcha!
ये कुछ कर नहीं सकती.
Cool it!
Quietly now.
The wind rises.
अबे गया. She's not looking so good. Come on, we have got to get her out here quick. Can you still walk? Sorry, I'm sorry. अरे मैं सीधा इधर ही पहुंच गया. वैसे इधर उधर जाता मैं थोड़ा एक्सप्लोर करता, बट अच्छा हुआ. इजी हो जाएगा अभी. You spend a great deal of energy getting back to the camp. ठीक है, वापस आ गए. Some medicine and she's regained consciousness, but she won't tell me anything. Do you know what happened? How did she end up like that? She was trapped in the black mud when we found her. That's right, and we got her out just in time. You can never mind that for now. What the queen needs now is rest. Could you help me deliver this bowl of soup to her while it's still hot? ठीक है, अब हमें उसकी थोड़ी सी देखभाल करनी होगी. सूप लेकर जाएंगे उसके लिए. I'm not a very good cook, but I have had to take care of my fair share of minors, and no one ever said my fare was bad. ठीक है, all right, go then see if she's any better. I have to tell Muning that can't stay underground anymore. ये पहले भी ना बात नहीं सुनती थी ना. ये वही है, वही लग रही है. तो इधर उधर एक्सप्लोरेशन इसका चलता रहता. Sorry, now not when you were running around all over the place. Alright, give it a rest. I'm on. I lost my footing by mistake. Surely. No, but it's not funny at all. Is your life really worth so little to you? You need rest. Jinwoo made you some soup. ये लो भाई soup पी लो. Submit GIF. बढ़िया soup है. Enjoy your meal. You made this. Thank you, and please help me thank Jinwoo and the others too. I will be fine. I just need to get some sleep, and I will be good as new. I'm really very sorry. Could you please come back again a bit? तो बाद में आना पड़ेगा. चलो भाई quest to complete. अच्छा हुआ मैं बिल्कुल कॉर्नर पे चला गया था भाई पहली बार में ही. स्टार्टिंग से स्टार्ट करता अगर थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता मेरे लिए. टाइम लग जाता. चलो ये वाले हो गए. ये वाले लॉक हैं. क्या बोल रहा है ये? ठीक है ये वाले करने हैं अब. पहले ये करना पड़ेगा. मॉन सेट पर ही है. चाइल्ड सीक्रेट. ये अनलॉक ये मतलब लॉक हो गया था शायद. ये अनलॉक हुआ है इस क्वेस्ट के बाद.
Falling into the abyss.
भाई मैंने टैप तो किया यार. नहीं हुआ क्या टैप?
We go.
ठीक है कोई बात नहीं.
Jean? What is Jean doing here? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend?
अभी भी है भाई. इतनी बड़ी हो गई तब भी. Imaginary friend Ellen is a conscientious child.
So
Conscientious
she's
child.
so determined to become a knight that she... Okay, that's kind of weird.
Huh? Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. Oh, I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean, obviously I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself, well, even better.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, thanks. I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training? Huh. How can I smash all these training dummies at once? Shame. Didn't manage to smash them all in time. Well, if at first you don't succeed... How can I smash all these training dummies at once? Shame. Didn't manage to smash them all in time. Well, if at first you don't succeed... How can I smash all these training dummies at once? Shame. Didn't manage... How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
Whoa.
Shame. Didn't manage... How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
ये हुआ ना.
So that's how to do it. I'm impressed.
एक बार में भाई ऐसा करना था. Easy था.
Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
बीच में आके के बीच में आके ट्रैवलर से भी मार सकता था मैं.
So modest. I for one think you're quite the pro at this already.
लेकिन वो विंड वाली एनर्जी के साथ.
Well, I'm exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work. One day, though, I'll smash all the training dummies in Mondstadt.
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it, Hilly Churl.
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today.
क्या राइमिंग बनाने की कोशिश कर रही है पायमून.
Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move. Honorary Knight,
Could you deliver a message to Jack for me? He's a friend of mine. Recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day? If I'm not mistaken, you should find him at the Temple of the Lion. He's adventuring with Stanley today. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer, renowned in all of Mondstadt. He once set foot in the Mare Javari.
Temple of the Lion. Sure, I miss that place.
Great! Thank you so much.
ये कंप्लीट हो गया। हाँ, इसके बाद कोई ऐसा वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट तो आया नहीं है। ठीक है, तो हेड टू द टेंपल ऑफ द लैंड, इसके अंदर ही आना है। अच्छा, ये इनमें से एक एक करके वो ट्रायल करने पड़ेंगे मुझे। ऐसा सीन है, ये वाला है, ये वाला है। बढ़िया टीम है, इसको चेंज करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है मुझे।
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. Looks like we can't go any further. We didn't bag all the loot last time!
Not to worry. Allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high.
सर भाई, और ऊपर जाना चाहिए ना उसको। चलो 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 चलो।
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
चेस्ट मिलते रहेंगे भाई, ये मिलते रहना चाहिए। क्या बात होती है, उससे प्रीमोस नहीं मिले मुझे।
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Busted.
इधर रखा हुआ है इसको। मजा आता है इसे तोड़ने में। इसके थ्रू आएगा ये?
Brace yourself.
Quietly now.
Freeze!
Let's light it up! How rude! Here we go!
अच्छा तो वॉन्डर मार लेता भाई मैं। वॉन्डर मेरा वो नहीं है, रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ मैं।
Everybody stand back!
Everything was futile.
यार ये क्यों होता है मेरे साथ अधिकतर? इसको जिंदा करता हूँ साला.
Gotcha.
अरे एक सेकंड.
Busted. Gutsy.
Dodge this.
अरे 60-65 का डैमेज दे रहा था भाई. तू भी चलाती है, मैं भी चलाऊंगा. चला. ये आ गया. इसकी बैंड बजाता जा रहा मैं. ठीक है, अब आने दो जरा. हेडशॉट. वापस से हेडशॉट. फिर से हेडशॉट. अच्छे से दबा के मस्त लगता है यार. कुछ मिलेगा, कुछ नहीं मिला. इसमें मिलना चाहिए भाई प्रीमोस थोड़े बहुत छोटे मोटे. 10, 5, 2. एक भी नहीं. ये तो एक भी नहीं दे रहे यार.
Take it easy.
चलो भाई.
Hey! Are those guys?
अरे अरे.
I'm getting tired of this game. Oh, so sorry.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Squall and Fury. You're dead.
अब नहीं आऊंगा
Gotcha.
Off we go!
इनको बचाना था. ठीक है ना.
Quietly now.
Cool it.
No!
Freeze.
अरे.
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
ये हुआ ना बात. बचा लिया भाई. इजी पीजी.
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Jafari?
Oh, bhai,
very
legendary.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
Stanley, what do you think?
Well, I think you're now in the safe hands of Stanley, the great explorer and legend of Mondstadt. In which case, why head back now?
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
अच्छा और भी जाना है.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure story. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Your attitude says maybe you
अरे ये
don't.
भाई ये तो तोड़ना.
I am Stanley, the living legend.
नहीं तोड़ेगा ये.
Stanley who braved the Mandavari.
Enough already! Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well,
Stanley.
Jack will listen, won't you? Now, where was I?
You and your partner reached the Merjavari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
अरे तो लेजेंडरी भाई साहब आप बताएं
There
कि
was a
इसका क्या
deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Merjavari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more, where the gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
Poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
ये कहाँ है इसकी
I know.
ये नहीं मानता.
Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows, and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt in the wind, that's the dream.
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions, like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley thinks the Merjavari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
ये आ गया ना. So precious.
Off we go! Teamwork is dreamwork!
At least.
Swan Fury!
ये बैंड को आग में बजा दी. ये बैंड पानी बजा देगा.
Busted.
कहाँ?
Things are about to get dicey.
खत्म खेल भाई. अरे मेरा चेस्ट ना रह जाए. चलो नहीं रह जाएगा.
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
क्या है? डिटेक्टर. अच्छा. तो कोई और भी है.
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face.
It fits Stanley's description of himself.
You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self?
Sure.
Interesting idea, but is it true?
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
ठीक है भाई.
Bye, Stanley.
अपने आप का एक बेहतरीन
still have time
वर्जन
to
बना
spare?
के उससे बात करता
What
है.
is it?
वो है फ्रेंड.
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The sword of brilliant valor and the shield of magnificent honor. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons?
Stanley seriously owned these weapons.
You bet! This is Stanley we're talking about. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the idea of me being an adventurer. Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited, and my parents don't support my goals one bit. So, what do you say? Help a guy out? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it, because my reasons are so, selfish. But I swear I'll give the weapons back to him as soon as I'm done.
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out.
Alright then.
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago. Help me find these weapons, and it's all yours.
Wine तो भाई.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
अबे भाई वाइन का बोल दिया वेंटी को तो बस. जो ये सुन रहा है यहाँ पे. इसने उसको बताया सीक्रेट, इसने इसको बता दिया भाई. गद्दारी खोल गए. इसमें मिलना चाहिए भाई, प्रीशियस चेस्ट में तो मिलना चाहिए ना एटलीस्ट 5 प्रीमो जेम्स भाई. 10 भी नहीं दिए भाई, कैसे लोग हैं. मजबूरी नहीं समझते हैं भाई, प्लेयर की मजबूरी नहीं समझते हैं ये. खैर ठीक है. ये पीछे ही है. ऐसा रिकॉर्ड ब्रिलियंट रहेगा. रिकॉर्ड सर्च करनी है.
The wind rises.
कहाँ है क्वेस्ट एरिया में भाई, कहाँ सर्च करना है. कहाँ है स्वॉर्ड. कितने है भाई, कितने है.
Wretched vermin!
भाई ये तो शील्ड है, क्या है भाई. के अंदर है क्या स्वॉर्ड. कहाँ हो सकती है भाई, इसके अंदर होगी. बहुत सारे वो हैं डब्बे.
Hey, that bunch of horse girls.
यहाँ पे
Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
ये रही sword.
Seems so. That must be the sword of brilliant valor, surely.
अबे चलना.
Winging it wasn't the best idea.
You dare to gaze upon me?
गया. यही sword है क्या?
Lo and behold, the sword of brilliant valor.
Are you sure? Looks kind of basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would hilly trolls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic, I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an Anemo crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt City. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor is the thing that gets you fired up and fighting back. It's the brilliant ray of light that guides you out from the darkness.
That was some very elaborate ox dung.
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the sword of brilliant valor.
अभी चमकेगी वो.
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield. Let's scout around. It's definitely in Darupa Gorge, so...
There's somebody there.
या फिर ये वहाँ पे बात सुनने लगा.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora spouting weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where? I want to...
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember?
Sword मिल गई, shield और ढूंढ लिया. Seek the shield magnification.
Upon the gale.
शील्ड और कहाँ मिलेगी भाई? ठीक है.
Too slow. Quit following me.
मेरे यहाँ पे तो कैंप है पूरा. मिल गई क्या?
Lo and behold, the shield of magnificent honor.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield of magnificent honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has fought in countless wars and lived to tell the tale? Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of honor?
I agree with 20.
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask they'll just let us take the Shield of Magnificent Honor for free. Excuse me, Mr. Hilly
Gala.
Well, okay, you take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilly Trillium by now. If not, there's always body language.
I'll pay good more for this. अरे
Uh-oh, he did not seem to appreciate that.
कूचा पूपू गूसा ये अबे का दिमाग खराब हो
He
जाएगा
did not seem to appreciate that.
सिंग सॉन्ग यूएसए ओके
Well, if you insist, a tune I shall strum.
हाँ वैसे डांस करते हैं ना वो लोग तो
Mosimita.
मौसमीता ये
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after.
Yayaika, kuntaraya prata.
तो क्या बोल रहे हैं ठीक है भाई इसको बुरा लग गया वेंटी का सॉन्ग पसंद नहीं आया तो
Gotcha.
जल गया
Take it easy.
That's a headshot. अबे इसको क्या हो गया भाई बुरा लग गया क्या बुरा क्यों मानता है भाई भाग गया
Hey, he dropped the Shield of Magnificent Honor and ran.
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Hey, wait! The wine! You promised! And I actually
Wine,
helped a lot this
अरे
time.
भाई वाइन दे के नहीं गया भाई
What are you doing here, Stanley? Out
Here
for
I
a
go.
stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard?
अरे मैं तो यहीं से गुजर रहा था
You, out for a stroll too?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud.
I'm seriously starting to think so too.
Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dadaupa Gorge. You've fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with hilichoros. I'll get back to my, stroll now. Goodbye.
इलिशियल तो बात का खेल भाई हमारे
Guilty
बड़ी बात नहीं है।
conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
Angel share ये भी complete. Should you be trapped in windless land? Wait for. ठीक है और कोई सा क्वेश्चन नहीं आया ना अभी ओ 60 प्रीमो तेरा भाई ये तो भाई कितना पड़ेगा टाइम सेट करना पड़ेगा ना पहले तो मेल में क्या है भाई ठीक है ओल्ड पेंटिंग और बहुत कुछ यहाँ पे ये है ना बात धीरे धीरे क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट हो रहे हैं यहाँ पे भी चीज़ें मिलती जा रही हैं। 100% हो गया कंप्लीट। चलो अरे मैं क्या टाइम करने वाला था ना। अटका करना है ना मेरे को। ठीक है। शुड बी ठीक है, हो गया स्टार्ट। जाना किधर पर? ठीक है। ये क्या वाइन शॉप थी क्या वो?
Take it easy.
वाइन शॉप ही तो है। वाइन शॉप के अंदर जाना है मुझे।
What's the hurry?
Please report on number with any information you want. वह इंटर करना है ना। से कहाँ से बातचीत करने लग गया था मैं। कहाँ पर है ये? ये रहा ना।
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
He's hiding something.
Could there be another person called Stanley?
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley? Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life was cut short, and all because of a worthless tag-along.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Mare Javari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
अच्छा ऐसा हुआ था, इसीलिए इतना दुखी है भाई ये।
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell you adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madrivari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley.
And I am Iron Man.
I'm sorry, Stanley. Getting too old. Now, are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
अरे पता चल गया इसको?
Yikes! We're busted!
तो राइट साइड में कौन है? डीलर है। Try to make conversation with Stanley. अरे डीलर को हाई रुको, बाद में आते हैं आपके पास। चलिए जरा स्टैनली से बात कर लें।
Go away. Save your questions. And just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
Wow.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traverse—
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. I'm just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
His whole life has been drawing in guilt.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No,
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
भाई इसको वाइन लाके दो.
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember?
हाँ भाई फ्री की वाइन.
I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Huh?
Usual place.
Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
Is anybody guess? At the usual place. हाँ है भाई यहाँ है. Usual कितना usual है भाई? अरे वाह, कितने ऊपर वहाँ पे बैठा हुआ है वो.
Squall and Fury.
अब करते हैं बात इससे.
You made it. Finally.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, Old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off—
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, a gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better. Or tiny—
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In Old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told. Where a tyrant ruled, I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Same situation with the Stanley friend.
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course! The suspense is killing, Paimon!
Paimon, go pick us a couple of apples.
Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Also peckish.
Paimon's had it up to here with you!
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him.
I'm listening.
Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
ओके तो ये वाला क्वेस्ट भी कंप्लीट हो गया है. अब क्या करना है भाई? कोई क्वेस्ट नहीं बचा क्या? ये क्या बात होती है भाई? वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट ये वाला करना होगा क्या पूरा? ये वाला भी कर लेंगे. चलो ये सब रात में करेंगे, अभी के लिए इतना काफ़ी है. और मज़ा आया स्टोरी में, काफ़ी अच्छी स्टोरी.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries.
और काफ़ी
It's
अपने
rather
केस
pathetic to force a
फाइनली
conversation
हमने सॉल्व कर दिया.
just to occupy silence.
हमने एक केस सॉल्व कर दिया है पूरा पूरा. और लेकिन चाइल्ड का कुछ समझ में नहीं आया कि वो कैसे फंस गया. अब उसकी आगे की स्टोरी भी रहेगी काफ़ी मज़ेदार. पता चलेगा कि कैसे वो गिल्टी पाया गया है फाउंटेन में. और बाकी रात को ग्राइंड हमारा एज इट इज़ रहेगा. रात को ग्राइंड करेंगे, प्रीमोस कलेक्ट करने की कोशिश हमारी रहेगी. बट 1 मिनट देख लेता हूँ मैं अभी कितना हो गया है. अरे वाह, तो मैं एक तो ले ही सकता हूँ यहाँ से. एक और बन जाएगा अगर मैं
You think
डेली
I've got a
मिशन कर
sharp
लूँगा.
tongue? I just tell it like.
ठीक है, तो 18 हो जाएगा. काफ़ी क्लोज पहुँच रहे हैं हम प्रीमोस के. तो वो भी करेंगे ग्राइंड. तो अभी के लिए जाने का वक्त हो गया है. लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब जिसने नहीं किया है गाइस कर देना. बाकी मिलते हैं रात को. कितना पिटी हुआ है भाई ऐसे मेरे को नहीं पता, मेरे को कोई आइडिया
There's
नहीं
no
है.
need to exchange
ये
pleasantries.
रात में
It's rather
देखेंगे.
pathetic to
ठीक
force
है,
a
अभी थोड़ा सा
conversation
काम भी है मुझे.
just to occupy silence.
विकी भाई, तो रात में चेक कर लेंगे क्या है क्या सीन है. बाकी रात में ग्राइंड करेंगे ही प्रीमोस के लिए. तो मिलते हैं रात को. बाय बाय.
Honey, I'm a perfect 10. What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. 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 Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Oh, yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face. I stood and wait because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, if I say